just wanted to talk about succession planning today. Succession planning is a word that has been, I would suggest, maligned by poor attempts and overcomplication. Succession planning for a small business is simply the transition of your assets to the next generation. And a lot of people, particularly in the rural area, are not interested or somewhat scared or somewhat reluctant to talk about succession planning. Well, the reality is I spend my life building an asset. I spend my life building a business. I put my energy, I put even my health at times into building this asset. Now, for that asset to go on and continue and to be well managed and go to the next level, it's essential that I introduce the next management team in a smooth way. It's essential for all of those years of hard work to build my business to where it is. It's absolutely essential that I sit down and have an honest conversation to ensure that that business goes on, or that business needs to be broken down, broken up, or even sold. Because so many people refuse to accept the reality that they will not be able to run that business forever. They end up with a situation, and it happens so often, that we end up in disputes. We end up with a business that has got no sail, no rudder, and we're floating in the ocean, so to speak. What a shame to spend your life building an asset and then having it float down, I was going to say the sewer, a bit harsh perhaps, but the reality is it's just a conversation, it's just a process, it's just about being honest. And the harsh reality of some succession planning might be that no one wants to take on my business. All right, well, I need to know that, I need to accept that. I've spoken to people that have this succession planning process in their head, and we sit down and they say that, oh, my son's going to get this and my daughter's going to get this. And I say, have you spoken to them about it? No. Well, do you know that they would like to do that? Well, no. Well, my son, let's say, he's got a good career and he's managing some business somewhere. Well, does he want to come back and do this? Well, I don't know. Well, why in hell would you have a succession plan without engaging them and talking to them about it and training them up if that's what they want to do? So I'm a bit passionate about it, and I just see so many years of hard work destroyed by misunderstanding, destroyed by not facing the reality that this conversation has to be had, and it also is destroyed by the fact that we overcomplicate it. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be hard. In some situations, yes, there has to be hard questions. Yes, there has to be hard conversations. But even those, the truth's the truth. The reality's the reality. You either have the capacity or you don't have the capacity. So succession planning, very much understood. If you're not planning to transition your business, if you're in business, to the next generation, might I say, you're not doing the right thing by the next generation. And sadly, you may find yourself in a very awkward position because people who don't know what's happening, who have no structure in that process, who have no understanding of what's going to happen, can get emotional, get the wrong idea, jump to conclusions because it's not clear what's going to happen. So I implore all of those self-employed people to think seriously about succession planning or passing the business on in some shape or form, if not selling it. But the reality is somebody has to make the hard call. Thanks for listening.